Good morning, guys. I thought it would be really cool to bring you guys in a day in my life with the new iPhone so that I could give you guys my honest thoughts, my experiences with it, and how I use it in my daily routine. If you're new to the channel, hi, I'm Macy. I'm a designer and engineer, and I make tech lifestyle content on my YouTube channel. I also run my business, Cozyleigh Studios, and there is a lot to get done for that today. I actually ended up returning the iPhone fine woven case because it was so easily scratched. And to be honest, I wasn't really too fond of the color. So that being said, I have a really exciting package to unbox, and it's actually from Moft, who is the sponsor of this portion of the video. Moft sent me their creator kit, which is going to be great for me. Let's take a look at what's inside. Wow, this feels really nice. So this is Moft's MagSafe case. This is going to be great for my iPhone. Yeah, it feels really nice. It doesn't feel too slippery, and it also feels really durable. The buttons feel really sturdy in the hand, and I really like the metal finish aesthetic on them. Cool, so let's check what else is in the box. Here we have Moft's snap-on tripod. So I've heard so many cool things about this, and I'm so excited that I finally get to try it. This actually folds down into many different angles. It acts as a selfie stick, so you just fold it all the way down, and it's really, really sturdy. I'm not worried about this like falling off at all. It also opens like a tripod. This part snaps like this, and you can prop your phone up. This actually folds down into many different angles for your different needs. You could also just prop up your phone like this. As a fellow designer, I thought it was so interesting how each of their designs are actually inspired by origami, which is so cool. All right, what else is in the box? So this is Moft's snap-on phone stand and wallet. It folds and snaps like this, so that you can prop your phone up. I use Apple Wallet for most things, like when I'm food shopping. So what I like to put in the wallet is my driver's license. That way I could just grab my phone and go out without having to like look around the house for my wallet. So this is really convenient if you're on the go. So yeah, this is the Moft creator kit. I'm really excited to start creating, especially with the tripod stand. I feel like that's gonna be so cool to use throughout the day. If you're interested in this, I'll leave the link in the description below. Thank you, Moft, so much for sending this over, and I can't wait to create with it. So it's currently Monday, 10:20, and my phone is at 95%. So there's actually a lot of creative work that I need to get done today. I am actually going to be taking photos of our upcoming fall collection for our Zen MagSafe charger stands. That is launching this Friday. I know so many of you are looking forward to our muted earthy colors, and I can't wait to show you guys later in the day how the fall colors look. I am also going to be vlogging with this camera just to test out the iPhone 15 Pro Max camera, and I'm also going to be running some errands after my team stand-up meeting. I have a Best Buy order to pick up. I actually ordered an external hard drive that connects through USB-C. I really want to test the ProRes camera on the iPhone 15 Pro Max in 4K 60, so I'm going to be converting my external hard drive into a MagSafe accessory and snapping it onto my phone while I record. Alright, so we're all ready. I'm going to be making my morning coffee and meet up with my team for our little stand-up. Smells so good. Right now I am vlogging with the iPhone 15 Pro Max front camera, and I'm using the Moft tripod. It's pretty good actually. All right, so we're gonna head into our team meeting right in our living room on this coffee table. So I think now is a good time to talk about my favorite new iPhone 15 feature, which has to be the action button. Apple replaced the mute switch with a button that you can program to do pretty much anything, like changing focus states or opening a shortcut. I actually use this app called Actions to give the action button more functionality. I wrote a script to do different things based on my phone's orientation. In portrait, it opens the Rivian app, and in landscape, it opens the camera. When it's face down, it activates Do Not Disturb mode, which is perfect for meetings or when I just don't want to be bothered by notifications. It's so nice to be able to quickly do something just based on how I'm holding the phone. I'm sure you could do a whole lot more with the action button, but this is how I like to use it because it just feels natural. If you're interested in learning more about how I set up my action button, let me know in the comments below. Or if you figured out some cool ways to use it, share that too. I'd love to hear what you guys have come up with. Welcome to our workshop. This is where we do most of the work for Cozyleigh Studios. And over here is our mini 3D printing farm. We added more printers to the station. Before we just had 3. And over here is our prototyping printer. It's really convenient because you can add all different kinds of filaments in here and test out multiple different colors. We also recently added this resin printing station, so stay tuned for future products made with resin printing. So we recently printed out different fall colors just to test them. So far they look so nice. Okay, so I'm going to be taking out all the prints. Let's see how they look. By the way, this Moft thing is really great to get like these immersive shots and stick you guys inside the 3D printer. This is olive green, a terracotta-ish color. Oh my god, it's cream. I love cream. So when I remove the supports, they make a really crunchy sound. So I'm interested to see how the iPhone 15 audio is, and I'm actually going to be comparing that with my mic. This is my Rode mic for my vlogging camera. Let me know what you think of the mic quality. So this is a iPhone mic test. So Ashley is taking a break from drawing to help me film today. Thanks, hello. Ashley. Let's do a crunch test. So when we remove these supports, we're actually very careful because if you like pull it off too fast, it might be sloppy. We actually spent a lot of time polishing each one for our previous sale. And that's that. We're going to assemble these really quickly so that we can do some product photography. The fall colors are like my favorite colors, so I can't wait to see how the product photos come out. So we're currently on the way to Best Buy because we ordered an external hard drive that we're going to convert into a MagSafe accessory. I really want to test out the ProRes feature for the iPhone 15 camera. In order to do that, you need to connect it to an external hard drive while recording. Fall doesn't even feel like fall anymore. It still feels like summer. Thank you so much. Yep, have a good day. So Apple finally put USB-C on the iPhone this year. The new USB-C port lets you use USB accessories like external hard drives. And as a content creator, I'm really excited to be able to record footage straight onto an external drive. It unlocks 4K 60 ProRes and makes moving media from my phone to my computer a lot more seamless. And from a mental health standpoint, it helps me establish a strong boundary between my work and my life. Being able to record straight to an external drive helps keep my phone from getting cluttered with work footage. Paper. done. Clean time. My phone is right now at 1%. Okay, my phone actually just died. If you are a creator and you are taking photos or videos all day long, you can probably expect to have to charge your phone probably like 4 hours in of nonstop shooting. My phone was constantly on camera mode. It wasn't even recording video, it was just taking photos. So just keep that in mind in case you are planning to use the iPhone to do creative work. So I just finished editing the photos. I actually touched them up more on my phone because the display is just a lot nicer for photo editing compared to my current monitor. But yeah, so first impressions of the camera quality for product photography. Compared to my Fujifilm, it definitely is not as good, but that was kind of expected. The iPhone camera did not pick up color that well. I don't know what it is, but I do notice that with the latest iPhones, the colors are just very muted. I'll put the pictures up here and here. On the Fujifilm, the colors are very accurately represented. So yeah, I think for something as specific as product photography, I would definitely use my Fujifilm pictures because I want our customers to get a more accurate representation for the different colors. But I think overall throughout my experience today with vlogging with the iPhone, I think the camera did pretty well in low lighting in my workshop, and the stabilization is really nice, like when I went out and was walking. So overall, I'm pretty impressed with the iPhone camera, and I'm going to be testing it out a little bit more right after this. So I just wanted to share a snippet of an Instagram reel that I made using the iPhone 15 Pro Max, just to give you guys another example of the phone's camera quality. Even though I wasn't impressed with the phone when taking product photos, it's still definitely a very impressive camera and an improvement from my iPhone 14 Pro Max. It's perfect for filming daily content, and I actually feel like I could go on a trip with this phone as my only recording device. I haven't played around with the 5x zoom lens yet, but I've seen people make some really cool content with it. So to wrap up the day, we're going on a nighttime drive just to unwind and test the low light performance of the iPhone camera. I wanted to take this time to also talk about my overall thoughts on the iPhone 15 Pro Max and how it fits in my life as a creator. One thing I'll say about this phone is that I'm definitely a bit disappointed with the battery life. My iPhone 14 definitely lasted longer under heavy use, and I find myself getting a little anxious about the battery on the iPhone 15 as the day goes on. That being said, I'm definitely really happy with the camera. The lightness of the phone is something I've come to appreciate more as I use it every day. I still don't think it's worth upgrading to if you have an iPhone 14 or even an iPhone 13 or 12. For me, I'm very happy with the device, and I'm definitely looking forward to continue creating with it. As always, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.